What's up, adventure crew? We are hitting Dollywood on Mother's Day. I thought I'd do a little video telling y'all some tricks and tips when you're coming into the park for the first time if it's been a while since you've been here. That was our first pick of the day on the tram, and when you park you can take one of these lovely little tram rides up into the front gate. It is a bit of a walk from wherever you park in C, D, or Splash Country, so we recommend hopping on a tram. It takes you straight to the front, and then at the end of the night you can also take that tram back to your parking area instead of taking the hike. From Splash Country to the front of the park, it's about a 30-minute walk. From D and C, it runs you about anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. At the end of the day at the park, that's a really long time. As you can see here, that is what a tram stop looks like. It has a green hut house. That one is the one for C. They do park extra trams around, but all you do is walk up to the gates and they will park and let you know when it's safe to board. This is where it drops you off towards the front of the park. This is if you're not parking in preferred parking too, by the way. So if you go to this green building at the end of the day, it will pick you up and take you back. Just make sure you remember which train stop you are at. When you disembark in this little tram hut, you will keep walking forward, just kind of follow the walkway. On your right, you are going to see where the trolleys drop off, and on your left, that is the drop-off parking and pickup. So say you have a family that has a lot of stuff, strollers, wagons, wheelchair, you can drop them off in that pickup area. I'll show it again. This is where the trolleys pick up for the resorts. So if you're staying at one of the Dolly resorts, that trolley will drop you off here and you walk towards the front gate. Again, you kind of just keep following the crowd. That's that pickup area I was just mentioning. You can pull up there, you can drop off your carload of people, and then you can continue around and go park, or if you're just getting Ubered in, you could get dropped off here. There is a 5-minute wait, but it's also great if you have wagons, strollers, lots of littles, people in your party who can't walk that far. It's a great option. Not gonna lie, we've used it a few times. At the end of the day, it gets a little rough with 3 kids walking back to the car. So as you can see, there's plenty of spots for you to pop up over, and once you get out there, you can walk over to the right. You will see the ECV pickup. This orange, yellow, burnt orange building over here to the right is where you see all these ECVs parked. This is where you pick up. They also have a transfer wheelchair in case you get dropped off there and have to walk over to this building. Again, we have people in our party who sometimes get dropped off and walk over here to their ECV so that they can enjoy the park day too. Those orange ones are the transfer options, and then as you can see, they were ready for the day. After you get your ECV, or you walk up, or you go to the drop-off section, you will continue walking straight, and this is security. Once you get through security, you will see this bathroom over here and the ticket. After showing your tickets and coming through the non-preferred entrance, you have your way to the left, and then you have your way to the right. This is right in front of Palace Theater. You have 2 options here. You can continue walking up So Street and see those umbrellas up there. This is also the bakery, the Celebrity Theater, or you can have the option to go to the left where you can hit major roller coasters, or go to the right as we are doing under the umbrella sky. There are all these digital screens throughout the park where you can check the ride times. You can also use the Dollywood app. We were meeting family, and Colin's biggest decision was what snack to have first.
Ready?
As we continued down Show Street, they did have some mosaic cultures up for the Food and Flower Festival. You can grab a booklet that will give you a map of to everything in the park going on for the festival, along with a paper map, or you can use the Dollywood app. These are beautiful to take in. As we headed our way down to Country Fair, we were meeting family, so we had littles with us, and we wanted to hit this section of the park first, as they tend to get tired later on through the day. This is where you're going to find the ducks, the pigs, Sky Rider, and several other smaller type carnival games that kids enjoy. When you first enter the park, at the very front next to the Emporium, there is a spot where your kids can get measured so that they can see how tall they are. They will also give you instructions on what rides they can ride to. Dollywood is a lot different from Disney. There's not hyper planning that needs to go into your day. You just kind of walk through the park and enjoy each section as much as you like. It does get very warm during the day out towards Wildwood Grove, so be careful and try not to overheat. especially if you're walking around the park on the upper side of the park near Thunderhead, Fire Chaser, and Wild Eagle. Be sure to stop in some of the shops to cool off in the air conditioning, and if shows are something that you have on your plan to do, make sure you check the schedule before you go to one side of the park versus the other. Some of the shows do end in the afternoon, therefore you might miss something thinking you could catch it later in the day. Dollywood is a large loop, and this area here is called Craftsman's Valley. There's a chapel, there's glass blowing, there's a candle shop over here, there's a ride up there at that top of that hill. The eagles are just up here too, and you can continue walking uphill in the shade. And as you can see down this path, it's not a crowded day at all. This was Mother's Day. And then if you pan around, you'll see the old schoolhouse. That pays homage to the one-room schoolhouse Dolly may have gone to, and then the famous Blazing Fury ride. This path is all uphill, and it continues right around to Tennessee Tornado, Wild Eagle, Fire Chaser. There is a bathroom right here in this yellow building. As you continue around, there will be another one towards Mystery Men. Up in Wildwood Grove, there is this little hidden hollow playground. We love it. It's air conditioned, and this area does get very sunny and warm. It is located right next to Mockingbird. The left side there takes you over to Big Bear and Night Flight, the new ride coming in 2026. Here's a bit of Big Bear. And then as you continue walking around the butterfly tree, going back to the front entrance, you'll see a little splash pad and some other rides. There are a few benches through here in the shade in the afternoon. Now we walk down this hill going back towards the front entrance. That is preferred. Again, right through here is where you would get your stroller and your lockers in that yellow building. Preferred entrance is right to our right now. And as we continue walking around, you're going to see the wheelchair accessibility area along with where you get the height measurings. Obviously, it's all closed. We were in the last hour of the day. Again, here's your lockers, your time saver pass, and where you can rent a stroller. We did not hit the bakery today. We decided to go for a sweet treat in the sweet shop before we exited the park. You can exit through the preferred entrance if you parked over there, or you can go through the Emporium. This is a little bit of the sweet shop, not the bakery. They have a little bit of everything. While we were trying to decide, someone recommended we try this. They said it's been at Dollywood for several years, so here's a quick pic of it under the umbrella sky. Our family thought it was delicious. As we quick time warped out of the park, yes, we hit the gift shop. Who doesn't hit the gift shop when you're somewhere? And we decided to head back. The big test of the night is, do you remember where you parked?
Get you to the proper one. A-B. Anybody for A-B apple butter? All right, thank you. C for cotton candy. All right, thank you. D for...
And our last pick of the day, riding the tram back to the car. The nice thing is that all you have to do is raise your hand. They'll stop at your tram stop. You can exit, and then you get to lovely walk back to your car. It is a fun adventure over at Dollywood, but make sure you remember, it's not Disney. It's Dollywood. Don't expect Disney. It's completely different. Just go, enjoy, have fun making memories with your family. If you enjoyed our tips and tricks, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Thanks. See you on the next adventure.